Hello and welcome, YouTube. Welcome to 10E Productions with 10. I am 10, your host, obviously. The first thing you're going to notice is I have a little bit of a difference to my sign. I actually added a little raven. I've been actually looking for this particular one for a while. I forgot where I got it from. I think it was McDonald's. But it is a finger puppet, and he's going to stay there as a little mascot, I guess. Anyways, in today's video, we're going to go over a bit of a game/collection thing that was all the craze in the 1990s. Kind of probably can figure out what it was, but as soon as I show you a certain item of it, you will definitely know what it is. But that being said, because of this, I try to avoid the crazes at the time, such as fidget spinners and stuff along those lines, because when I was a kid, I bought into it, and oh boy, do I have a lot of these items still. And they're mostly useless. I still use them with my kids, and I guess they're still kind of fun because you can have a variety of different games based on this, but again, for the most part, they're useless. That being said, let me show you the item. That's right, Pogs. They were very, very famous and very well sought after. Some being actually very rare, some of them being very common, and there was just so many sets. I have a bunch of different ones that I'm going to show you, and different variety of them. Starting off, Pog is a game where you take a large stack. My friends and I usually kept it between 20 and 25, depending on the amount of people playing. And sometimes we played for ante, sometimes we didn't. The basic rule is if you're going to play for ante, if you lose your Pogs, you'll lose them for good. If you're not going to play for ante, bring out your fun Pogs, because nobody cares if you lose them or not. The main concept of the game was you take a stack of Pogs and you take a variety of different types of slammers, light plastic ones, heavier metal ones, thick plastic ones, and even ones with arachnids in it. And basically, let me get the heavy metal one. I have a bunch of them, so you take and you would slam it. I'm not going to do that too much because I don't want to damage my camera, but basically you slam it and hope to flip over any Pogs. If the more you flip over, the more you keep. There's a variety of different types of sub games that you can play with. I should say, that include baseball. You take 4 Pogs, and you slam your slammer onto them and hopes to flip over. If you get all 4, you get a home run. If you get 1, 2, or 3, you get a single, double, or triple, respectively. And you do keep track of where your men are, your runners are. If you hit it and none flip over, that's a foul. 2 of those, the first 2 are strikes. If you miss it completely, that is a strike. 3 of those, you get an out. 3 outs, it's the next person's turn. And basically, you can do a 3 inning or a 9 inning game, and whoever has the highest score at the end, the number of home runs at the end, wins the game. Um, Another variety is bowling. It uses 10 pogs, and it scores similar to how a bowling game is. You hit it, the number of pogs flipped over is equivalent to the number of pins you hit down. You hit all 10 over at once, you get a strike. If you hit 4 over your first throw, 6 over your second throw, you get the spare, and so on and so forth. You hit none, gutter ball. You get the nil, whatever it's called. And then there was another one. I think it was with 20, and this was not for keeps, but you would have a couple of rounds, and you would slam your slammer down, and with your first or however many you get there, you stack them up again. It's the opponent's turn. They go, and then you do this for like 10 rounds, and at the end of those 10 rounds, whoever has the highest number wins the game. It was like Pog War or something like that. But as you can see, there's a variety of different types of Pogs. Like I said, there's sets. I don't know if you can see that very well. 22. I don't seem to have any more of that set here. Here's another one. I think that's 45. Sorry, I was actually sneezing and putting away the other Pogs. But as you can see, there's a variety of different types, and sometimes sorry, my throat is a little dry. Hold on. Ugh, there we go. Sometimes you would go to places and they would hand you little containers that oh no. There we go. Sorry about that. That had Pogs in them. For example, UPN 20 Kids Club. They had after school cartoons. There was a 5th one that came with this set. I just don't remember where it was. They gave a slammer of decent quality. And they had the shows. Sailor Moon at 3:30. VR Troopers at 4. Mighty Max at 5. And Garfield and Friends at 5:30. Like I said, there should be one between these two, and I can't find it for the life of me. I mean, even the Olympics got into it. You had Izzy, see, 1996, Summer Olympics, I believe. But he has different stuff. And then this slammer had the little finger holes where you're supposed to hold it and slam it. Not every Pog, though, came out perfectly. That's just an example of one that didn't. I kept it because I thought it was really cool. And then they actually even had make your own Pogs. These came from a Marvel action card. I know, blasphemy, but I was a kid at the time. As you can see, it says Milk Cap Maker. Basically, they were stickers you peel off, you put what you want, cut it off with parental supervision because that blade was really sharp, and then boom, you had a card. As you can see, I didn't have enough of this one, so some of it is still missing. Oh no, I got some stuck. Sometimes the Pogs you got weren't really Pogs. Here's some examples. This one, despite it looking like a Pog, actually came from another toy when Gargoyles were being premiered. Burger King got in on it. And this was like a telescope, and you would put this at the end of the telescope to see it look better. This one was part of a coin collection, and if you got X amount of coins from them, you would win a prize or something. This is when episode 1 came out. As you can see, defeat the dark side and win. If you collected that number, those you get the that much money. I kept this one because I like Star Wars. This one was actually just I want to say, just a random token thing that showed you what you had. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be a Pog or not, but it just came with the car. You shoot the cars at each other, pieces fall off, and you get points for that. Nitrod. He actually had the lowest point. He had like 110 points. I don't remember what it's exactly for, but I do remember that number. And then finally, you also had Pogs that were coupons. And yes, that is Fred. And it's from 1997. It actually would have expired 23 years ago. So, but yeah, sometimes the coupons. And then you also had educational ones. The Narwhal. What am I? I am also called a unicorn whale. My horn is really a very long tooth. Beluga, angelfish, squid. As you can see, some of them are beat up. I even have a Free Willy 2. And if you notice, these Pogs are actually a little bit bigger than the other ones. They're very well made. Giant Panda, Siberian Tiger. Again, they had those weird sets that they want you to buy all of them. I mean, even cereal companies and food companies were getting into the game. For example, this was from Swanson Kids, which was TV dinners. As you can see, it's got a Pog in it. I just like the background, so I didn't get rid of the background. We had Lucky Charms, and if you notice that mark there, that's actually for finger tabs. That's because at one point you were using actual Pogs to slam. I mean, Goosebumps even got on these. These were Honey Nut Cheerios. I mean, you even had Bobby's World. Cookie Crisps, see? You had cool ones. I don't know if you can see this very well. The dinosaur's shape changing. It's a T-Rex. I actually have 2 of these. You had Taz. Again, collections. Another sea urchin. Another educational one. You had... Oh no! Matchbox. Very shiny. 0G A3. Again, collections. And then you also had Z-Bots. I believe these ones came with... Oh, actually, I don't remember where these came from. I don't know if they were a part of... Oh no, these were actually came with the actual toy. Because it says Louis Galoob Toys. Galoob, I think, also made Micro Machines. Of course, Power Rangers. Goldar, Blue Ranger, Red Ranger, Tommy, the Green Ranger, the White Ranger. So these were around for a while. Some of these actually came with the trading cards. They actually had like 11 trading cards and a single Pog with it. VR Troopers, more. And then they actually had a mascot. That's Pogman, I believe his name is. He's got like a weird set where it's G-pography, and it shows like him going around the world. Pogman visits the Netherlands. Pogman visits France. Yep, it's got like again fun facts and Toys R Us. They were very big into this. I think this was exclusive to the Toys R Us, because if you look at this one, it's just series Pogs. These actually came with these ones. I had a official micro tournament game pack, and it came with two types of Pogs. Alright. It came with the Pogman, like a variety of these guys doing goofball things. And then it came with these ones. These are more based on the original Pogs that came out. The ones that my mother used, I believe. As you can see, 1994 Pro Pog USA. But if you notice, it's got a staple in it. And honestly, I don't remember the reasoning for the staple. You can actually see it right there. And then it's got the finger tab thing on it too. But it feels completely different. Whereas this one feels quite stiff. This one feels more akin to how the actual milk caps must have been. Like that flimsier cardboard. I don't want to bend them because, again, I still own them. I don't want to damage them. That would be not fun. Oh, another Lucky Charms. But yeah, I got a bunch of different ones. They got like weird little sayings on them. Pog USA. Dive Bomber. I have to say though, wow, Pogs and potatoes, my favorite. That is disgusting. This one's cute though. The Pog, the family that plays together, stays together. Sweet shot, dear. You can actually see her slamming and flipping over some Pogs. Don't laugh, pal. Pog is way too hip for you. This one literally just says Pog. This one actually is in sign language. There you go. POG. I actually found that one was really cool. Listen, Sam. Pog is where it's all. They really invested a lot. Ask questions. Great advice, by the way. Question authority, but listen to your parents. Also great advice. And dream it, then do it. Shia LaBeouf, eat your heart out. And then come and get it. But yeah, this is actually one of the bigger reasons why I don't give into crazes, as I said earlier. I have way too many Pogs, and I don't know why I still have them. Sentimental reasons, I guess. I love them still, and I still play with them with my kids. Teach them all my old toys, all my old habits. And after that, make sure mommy doesn't find out, because, oh boy, I would be in trouble. Shh. But yeah, as I said, these were the rage back then. I'm just putting these things away. They were all the rage, and they were all. Everybody would fight. People would steal from each other. Um, there would be unfair trades. It got to the point where schools actually banned kids from bringing Pogs to school because kids were stealing from each other. They were quote unquote gambling, though I suppose if you were playing ante, that was a form of gambling and such. You got these kind of containers, and then you have, as I showed, the two smaller ones, and then you have these kind of containers. These ones came from the dollar store. I actually threw a sticker on it, and I still have that from this day. But these I had bought. They were filled with a variety of just miscellaneous Pogs, and these were, I believe, I want to say $5 each, and they had over 100 Pogs. And then the dollar store had the 10 for a dollar Pog deal, sometimes 20 for a dollar, but they had like a massive bin. Sorry about that. One of my neighbors was gunning his car and just screaming down the street with it. But they had, like the bins at Walmart that have all the movies in it? They had a bin just a bit smaller than that, filled with Pogs, and kids would swarm it and fight over it just to get certain Pogs. Like I said, certain ones were rarer than others, and some were still more valuable than others, and just it got ridiculous. But I had told my daughter when the fidget spinner phase came out not to go give into it because yes, they were the hip things at the time, but it probably wouldn't have lasted as long. It was 1 year for the fidget spinners? Not even. Pogs lasted far longer, but in the end, they still went the way of the dodo. I mean, you still see people who have Pogs here and there. Obviously, I have Pogs still, but they're not played unless, again, it's a parent teaching their kids. But it's kind of a shame too because it wasn't that bad, and it really got you to hang out with your friends more and just learn the value of stuff. You wouldn't want to put your rare Tommy shiny Pug against some generic, just common kitty cat. Though people like kitty cats, but still, the kitty cats were literally 10 for a dollar. I actually probably have a few in these right here, but I'm not going to go through it, obviously. There's just way too many. But, yeah, I just wanted to rant and show you guys my Pogs. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. And, well, hasta luego y adios.